Hello, welcome back to my channel and another reaction video. This time we'll be checking the honest trailers for Dune Part 2.
From a director who's still not sold on the talkies comes a sequel so beloved, fans took one look at the merch and tried to put their in it.
How sensual.
Easy going in, tricky coming out. Trust me. Dune Part 2. Return to Arrakis, where the natives have adapted to global warming. And catch up with space gentrifier Paul Atreides. Watch him grow from microdosing that spice to ripping dabs straight from the chalice as he survives the harsh desert armed only with his wits. A prophecy about his arrival, a magic wizard mom, the galaxy's best hype man, precognition, plot armor, and a trust fund full of nukes.
The 92 original Atreides family's atomic warheads.
Follow along on his only real challenge, seducing an it girl and charming her Mideastern adjacent family, because art imitates life. And thrill as Paul wins over all of Fremen society by saying, yeah, what you said, for 2 hours.
I prefer Johnny.
I prefer Johnny too.
Nothing fancy.
Nothing fancy.
I will strike even farther north.
Then I will go further north.
She's right! It's no miracle.
Then, once he's earned their trust, flips out at them to lease on up, or he'll gaib you something to cry about. Yeah, that's right. Now go out and shake some worm for Daddy. Papa likes his spice fresh. Remember Chani, Paul's literal dream girl? She's gone from staring off into the distance like a perfume commercial to staring at Paul like, are you serious with this While it dawns on her that her tribe doesn't just like her boyfriend, they like her boyfriend. Falling for the Fremen prophecy of, and the American prophecy of, there's a sucker born every minute. They're like dusty vampires.
Don't let it out! Hold tight, Carter.
That's a lot of water.
Experience Paul and Shawnee's epic romance as the backdrop to a high-stakes game of civilization, in that each faction has its own leaders and abilities, and it takes forever to finish. Like the Bene Gesserit, playing their own little game of crones, led by Lady Jessica, who drinks the sacred blue Gatorade that traps 100 cranky grandmas in your brain.
That was pretty awesome.
That's how you make a boss, baby. The Harkonnens, a pack of shaved nuts with the galaxy's highest rate of employee turnover.
They do love to kill each other. Or maybe it's just, you know,
Featuring a Baron who's smart enough to rule Arrakis.
Their whole planet was freaking awesome. I loved it.
A failed nephew with one emotion. Pissed.
Today, Muad'Dib dies! Kill them all! What do I have to do? Everything myself!
And a scion who gives Orange County's Austin Butler a chance to finally ditch his Elvis accent.
How did you get past the guards?
Oh, thank you, Baron. Thank you very much. Now come over here and give me a little kiss. Now another one. That's nasty. Like a really old peanut butter and banana sandwich, man.
Then there's the Spacing Guild, who's not in this one. Hello, Denis.
Yes,
really
exactly.
Let the miniseries beat you on this?
The guild does not take your orders.
And a perfectly cast Imperial family, featuring Florence Pugh as a girl Timmy proposes to, as is tradition.
No,
Yes.
no, Lori.
And Christopher Walken as himself.
Baron, have you ever investigated the south regions of Arrakis?
What? You thought I was a weird choice to play the Emperor? Come on, I've been preparing since 2001.
I love this music video.
Settle in for an audio-visual experience that will delight the senses. And if you see it in 40X, rock your butthole. From the worm riding sequence that's so immersive, you won't stop to wonder, how do they get off that thing? The graceful floating suit tech that looks super fun to try.
The suits are pretty cool.
The mysterious face tattoos of inscrutable design.
Make reasonable choices.
The sequence on Gady Prime that hits right when your edible peaks. And anytime something really cool happens, Hans Zimmer plays that sweet sound. Come on, that's like a cheat code to make any moment feel epic. Watch.
I mean, Hans Zimmer knows what he's doing.
So rest easy, knowing we've willed
Ah,
even more
that was an
Dune
epic
movies
shot
into
with the
existence.
worm
And
skin.
we'll get more and more explicit about not trusting quirked up white boys with the sauce, because us book lovers know how the golden path unfolds. Dune Part 1 laid the groundwork.
Haven't
Dune
read the
2
books.
paid it off. Dune 3 will probably be kind of boring without some big changes. But Dune 4 and up? Oh boy, that is when things are gonna get really crazy. Trust me.
You said that 3 dunes ago.
Starring Wadip Controller 360, Jihadmi at Hello, Post Melange, Step 3, Prophet, a poet and he knows it, The Old Guard,
A little less condensation, a little Harkonnen.
Drax if he never joined the Guardians,
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more spice melange.
The Princess Bride, Crimes of the Distant Future, that mini-boss orc from The Hobbit,
Filthy water. It's full of chemicals, but good enough for cooling systems.
Dasani, the reason you got a bidet,
For my Duke.
when you leave the suburbs for the first time,
There's spice in the food.
and when you don't know what your cousin is talking about, but play along to look cool.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
May thy knife chip and shatter.
Dune. Ant-Man with Human Hands from Part 1 is out. This year's hottest look is Hornhead Hookman from Part 2.
Okay.
How much dead could a dead poop?
Well, there you have it. That was Dune Part 2, and yeah, they were reaching a little with all these points. I mean, I can understand. Part 2 was a freaking masterpiece, and yeah, you definitely need to see it on the big screen to truly enjoy it. But it's extremely good in a small screen as well. I've not read the books, but I've heard that the Spacing Guild is a major factor in the Dune story. So I was kind of hoping they would lean into their story more, but no. I mean, it's a kind of a dead giveaway. They didn't really mention them in Part 1, so I mentioned them in Part 2, but still. But yeah, this movie had a freaking amazing cast, and yeah, Anya Taylor-Joy plays the Paul's sister, and I think her character is supposed to be a bigger role in the next part 3 Messiah, I think it's called. One of my favorite parts in the movie is when the Emperor is on Arrakis and he summons the Harkonnens and he orders his men to, because the Baron Harkonnen uses that whatever gizmo it is to move around because he's so fat, and it's kind of funny when the Emperor orders his guards to smash that machine, and then you just have a fat guy on the floor begging. Because in Part 1 the Harkonnens are introduced as this really powerful, almost unstoppable enemy, and here they are pretty much nothing. And yeah, one of the coolest scenes in the movies is when the worms attack, and you can see the Emperor's guard just starts running. Honestly, I was expecting a bigger battle between the Fremen and the Emperor, but maybe they were, bigger in the books, but for sake of time, they cut away a lot of, and we just jumped to the finish. I mean, even though I do love the Dune movies, they are freaking amazing. At times, it does feel like there are stuff missing, and yeah, I definitely need to read the books. But even without the books, I really do appreciate appreciate the movies. I have also seen the 80s version. I think it was a long time ago, but yeah, I remember watching that and being more weirded out. But yeah, Denis Villeneuve knows how to. He does amazing movies, and yeah, I didn't know this fact that he hates dialogue. Dialogue is for theater and television. He does his thing. I mean, I actually love good dialogue, but I don't know. Maybe this is Villeneuve's way of saying he doesn't know how to make dialogue. I don't know. And Dune books, Children of Doom, God Emperor Heretic. I don't know how many Dune movies we're gonna do. I think part 3 is supposed to be the last one, but Children of Dune, I'm pretty sure that's a TV show. But yeah, I'm talking way too long. But yeah, I also love how they pointed it out that Hans Zimmer is that one guy that always brings his A game to whatever projects he's working on. I know a lot of people, pretty much everyone hates the new Dark Phoenix movie, but Hans Zimmer's soundtrack in that movie is top notch. So, but yeah, anyway, I'm talking way too long. What do you guys think? Write your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed my reaction. Drop a comment, like, subscribe if you want, and I will see you in another video. Bye.